Thalmor Radio.
Thalmor Radio.
It is not glitching for me, Lysander. I'm afraid your own internet is the problem. Welcome to this bonus, sorta, kinda emergency episode of Thalmor Radio. And I'm here to go over the celestial block government leaks. And folks, shit is just fucked. I got Roberts on. He's going to be giving his input onto what's going on. Roberts, do you mind to wait until I'm done before you begin giving your takes?
Sounds good, buddy.
Let's fucking go. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning at like 10 a.m., early bird. The early bird gets the worm. The early bird gets the leaks. The early bird gets right into celestial shit. Knows what they had for breakfast, folks. Knows what that midnight snack was. It was a Kellogg's oatmeal bar. But anyways, so the leaks I posted in the announcements, you can go look at them there. If you're in Ron, you can go to the leaks and rumors section. You can read them there. I'm going to loosely, I've read them over 3 times, but that was earlier today. And folks, I've had a milkshake since then. I've had Chick-fil-A nuggets since then. So my memory is not the best. But basically, Celestial is all talking together, and they're planning, or they're spitballing. Really, it's spitballing. They're spitballing to hit Name Withheld and Grumpy and their allies. And they're doing this because they want to cuck them out of getting their rebuild ROI. Because in their view, it's a fake split. Folks, we've heard fake war. Well, it's a fake split. They're actually secretly treated with each other. I suppose that the idea is that Hollywood has split up so that Celestial would split up, and so Hollywood would then come back together and be even stronger. Because I believe it was Wana who referred to Hollywood like in the present sense, like Hollywood is still a thing. I don't believe it is. I'm willing to believe that GGO and Name Withheld have genuinely split up, that Hollywood is no longer a thing in any form. I could be wrong. Celestial, they could be right. They could kind of sort of be together, implicit or explicitly. But Celestial thinks they're together, and they want to take the initiative and their own conceptualization in the short term to try to get an edge over them. Now, Celestial, the topic of them splitting up sort of came up in the leaks, and they basically said they're not going to do it. They're not going to split up because that would mean that Hollywood would quote-unquote win. So there you go. Worcester Charter says, either way, who doesn't like a good revenge war? That could certainly be a motivation contributing to this. They took it pretty, to quote Robert's current username in Thalmoria, they did take a fat L in the Hollywood Celestial War. And so they want revenge. They want to get a leg over them. I can understand the motivation. Patrick says the said like secret chains of Hand of Fate secret treaty. Didn't they mention hitting 3 blocks? Name Withheld is 1. GGO's the other. What would the third block be in that made up Hollywood? I can't think of it, but I'm also stupid. So Hate Beast says letting a defunct block determine my FA path to own Hollywood. Very cool. Yeah. Would it be Midgard? They could be talking about Midgard. They did say something about Clock. I think they were worried about Clock hitting the... Like, I think... it. And again, the logs are right there. Y'all can go look at them if you want. But I think there was a concern voiced that if Celestial took the initiative to strike at Withheld and GGO when they were vulnerable, that other blocks would hit them in response because it would be seen as a active aggression from a stronger force against a weaker one. That would be a hegemonic move. And so there was some concern about that the optics of it, but also that other blocks who would be third parties would hit Celestial, kind of like how those two blocks hit TKR and Guns N' Roses, like kind of that same thing. By the way, Tugger, I like your Gene profile picture. Better Call Saul is such an amazing show. Just a great experience. So, that's basically it. Celestial wants to hit the former members of Hollywood just to get an edge over them, cut them out of their ROI, kick them while they're down. They have no intention of splitting up. They're aware of the pressure to split them up. They have no interest in doing so. And there you go. So, what do I think about this? First off, it's absolutely hilarious that this got leaked. This is a once a year kind of leak. This doesn't really happen very often, in which a big prestigious entity like Celestial, a block comprised of all these old prestigious alliances, get all of their thoughts and spitballing out in the open like this. Doesn't really happen. So that's interesting. I don't like it. I don't like that Celestial wants to go on the offense. It does seem hegemonic. It does seem pretty dirty. It does seem lowbrow. I said it before, I'll say it again. I think the response from Celestial should be to also split up. I think if the split between Name Withheld and GGO, if it's fake, I think that's dirty as well. I would hope that the split was genuine. If it is not genuine, then Celestial is not really entirely in the wrong here. But, well, who knows what the truth is. Tomato says, think the leaks will be used as preemptive CB? It's a CB. It is a CB. Wars have been fought over less than this. Will Name Withheld and GGO actually do something? That remains to be seen. So yeah, we'll see. If it's two blocks on one Celestial afterwards, I don't see it as hegemonic. Yeah, Celestial. But Celestial is one big block. Now, if Celestial decided to make it that they would split up after hitting Name Withheld and GGO, I would be open to that. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think they are pretty tight. I don't see them splitting up, even under that circumstance. Prefontaine says, even if the secret tie exists now, you can win the political position by bringing the secret ties in line their existence. Beat Celestial without a war. Mm-hmm. They want to attack the alliances one after another as well, not together. That's even worse. So yeah. If they hit one another, anyone when he leaks to CB, so wouldn't even prove secret treaty theory. Yeah. And I don't know. I think when you have, it seems like to me, talking on my ass here, that the meta has evolved somewhat to where if there's a perception of a much stronger force bullying, I use that term very loosely, a much smaller force, it gives other small forces a CB to hit the bigger one. If that makes sense. I think that is something that's compelling to a lot of people. So Celestial is probably right to be weary of the optics of doing a war like this. So I think it's dirty. And, you know, I'm not even going to say it. Never mind. So there you go. It's kind of dirty, but if Celestial did it, I don't know. I'm having a hard time also, like, thinking about it politically and like what's right in character, it's like I don't like the idea, but there's also a part of me that's like, if they did do it, that would also be kind of cool in a way. So I don't really know. But Celestial seems to be playing for keeps, and I hope they don't go too far with it. So there you go. Remember when OPSEC used to actually be OPSEC, says Prefontaine. So that, thank you for saying that, because that reminds me, I need to talk about who the leaker is. I am under the impression that the leaker is a guy who is currently going by the name Poseidon, aka Jon Snow, who has bounced around some tree, says it is not him. Who is the leaker then? He'll change his name soon again. Yes, he does seem to change his name a lot, unfortunately. Very annoying when people do that. Tugger says, whatever happened to the mini blocks everyone claims support moving towards? I think Hollywood splitting up is another support of that. It's just Celestial who's hanging it up right now. So, no one seems to know who the leaker is or is not. People are arguing. No one knows what the truth is. I will talk about Poseidon anyways. Oh, Nomi says that's who it is. Let me look at the... Oh shit, it is Poseidon. You're right. Oh my gosh, what a fucking idiot. Oh my gosh. So I thought some people was saying that you can tell the leaker by the logs, but I looked it over and I couldn't tell. That's because I am blind and retarded. It is Poseidon. You can clearly see the response right there. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you, Gnome or Nome. Yeah, it is Poseidon. So, Poseidon applied to Hand of Fate. More elite logs. What? Another batch of leagues featuring conversation between a variety of Celestial and Odyssey Gov members. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, and instead of clicking that link and following it, I'll post it in chat here. So there you go. So I just posted it in the Thalmor radio chat. I guess I'll be looking over what this is. This document author is using the pages format. Got it. Thank you, Google. I love you. This homie uses Bright Discord. Oh my goodness. That is wild. So, I'm going to read these. It's 9 pages of stuff. It's not too much, but I'm going to read it. So we got on the first page here, we have Jax Teller saying, I saw it. It was everywhere by the time I woke up. LOL. Poseidon says, yeah, except I'm pretty fucking positive Klaus got back into my Discord because despite our differences, whenever I ever leaked OPSEC Jax. So, okay, I remember this from reading the story this morning. Poseidon's defense is that, yes, his account leaked the logs, except he got hacked. That was his defense. Now, that is not a compelling defense, I don't think. I think some people will believe it. A lot of people wouldn't. What I will say, however, is Poseidon has stolen multiple banks. Like, he is City 38. Poseidon is City 38. He is less than a year old. He is 200 and something days old. He has stolen multiple banks. He has a bad history. So when he says no, I didn't leak it. My account was hacked. I think it's bullshit. So keep that in mind. You can choose to believe him, but I think objectively, he is not a credible guy. Now, continuing on, Jax Teller says, that's a fair counter argument. You certainly have loads of DMs from me. You could leak to make me look like a fuck, LOL, and you haven't. That's not my play style. I'm a banker. I've got where I am based off people trusting me with information and money. I don't leak, which is my main fucking point. Not one person in the game can ever say I leaked anything. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I got some stuff with Thomas here. Thomas says, "Ooh, right? Why? Because me and him don't get along." Jack says, "But I'll lay on a sword defending you and Big Mac and your members." Ooh, thank you, Thomas says. Why does he keep saying that? Ooh. Jack says, "And you forever have a high gov job at the Dead Rapids if you are looking." Thomas says, "Thank you. Moments in time, not sure what to do. Honestly, I want to write this out. Built this alliance from nothing. What's to continue?" Jack says, "We'll continue it with me." Thomas says, "How you mean?" Jack says, "I mean, bring your friends and come to my home, and we will make it our home." Okay, Golden Pope says, "Yo." Thomas says, "Hey, yo." Golden Pope says, "You need to restrict Poseidon's bank access immediately. He leaked the leadership channel, honestly spoke for your whole alliance. I've doubt we met. I'm an executive in TS." Thomas says, "Hey, yo. Not before, no. I need to look into a few bits." Poseidon is now talking to Big Mac on page, I believe it's 5. Poseidon says, "I just got the alliance back leveled, like we are profiting now, and this BS happens. I just reopened grants. Second F phase not on. Is on, not that it makes a fuck now. I don't know, dudes. What's going on, Mac? Fuck knows. Somebody knows. TS pushing my bikes, it seems. Fuck's sake, dude. It's comments like that. They aren't pushing for anything. They have complete right to be pissed." Poseidon says, "Bruh, get fucking real. I just caught a stream of announcements and they wanted Thomas to coup me. Are you serious?" Big Mac says, "That's TS, dude." Poseidon says, "Bruh, get fucking real. I just caught a stream of announcements." Oh, never mind. Big Mac says, "That's TS, dude." Poseidon says, "And that justifies the LOL." Big Mac says, "A major leak, which is the nicest CB I've ever seen, just came from your account. I'm not surprised they're egging on Thomas to coup you. I'm surprised Treaty is still there." Poseidon says, "Listen again. I didn't have a reason or anything to gain to leak it. It's why the entire alliance is with me on this. It makes no sense, but TS has no common sense, it seems. I don't give a fuck less about the treaty, Mac. You want to kiss their ass and kiss it. I never have and won't. You like me should be worried about Odyssey, not TS. Your issue is you're so worried about FA and people pleasing. You get to lead. It's why the alliance are good. People are not happy and brutal honesty." And now we got Lucanus. I think Lucanus is a Rose guy. Poseidon, this is our DMs. Poseidon says, "As you can imagine, my government is concerned, has no idea what we will do. The Rose Treaty was the foundation." Luke says, "That's all besides the case here. You leaked my DMs after I told you CCT was on the line already. I did not give it proof now. This is a direct leak." Poseidon says, "Yeah, I'll get to my government like you have shared over covers with your government." Luke says, "I have not at all. I told them what we talked about. Yes, I didn't share fucking screenshots, and my haven't shared anything." And then Poseidon says, "Is that not the same thing except one can be lied about?" Yes, I know Rose is perfect at this moment. I get it. Okay, so it appears as if Lucas is leader of Rose. Okay, I thought so. Did I say just some Rose guy? I thought he was Rose's leader. Okay, so that's those leaks. Yeah, and credits to Spanky for those leaks. We should do a poll. Kills Bob, what was you sent me a DM about like a grape or something? What was that about? Uh-oh. Okay, well anyways, here comes a poll. Didn't you DM me about something about grapes? What was that about? Can you repeat that? Yeah, the ducks. Thanks, Kills Bobs. I appreciate you reminding me of that. So I posted in chat there, dip a silent leak, do the funny face for yes, the skull for no, and guys, it is overwhelming. Nobody believes Poseidon. It's just an ocean of yeses. Folks, should we have a trial? This could be a trial moment. Wait a minute. Yeah, hold on. I think because Poseidon is saying he's innocent. I think we got a trial. Okay, Roberts will defend him. So who will prosecute the case? You have to be able to voice chat. We have prosecute Poseidon. Did he leak the celestial upper gov leaks? Tomato volunteers for prosecutor. Robert, you want to be defense attorney?
Yes.
Okay, I think we're going to do this. It's time for a new trial. It's time for this to happen. Now, Roberts, you are the one who messaged me earlier today with the idea for the show, and you want to come on and talk. So, as a government member and name withheld in TKR, what do you think about all this?
Well, firstly, I'm not a government member in name withheld. But secondly, it's pretty fucking wild that a Sirius block, I guess, got their top government channel leaked. And also crazy that they let that dude in there, honestly, because he'd been leader for 3 days after joining the alliance a week earlier. I feel like I would have slapped that dude with at least low gov access.
Yeah, he was. We slaughtered him a couple months ago, and he's just been bouncing around ever since. He is not like a long-standing OG Celestial guy at all. I'm surprised he had access to that room. That's bad OPSEC.
Mm-hmm. Also, question: did you see the leak saying that he spent $20 billion on his cities and shit?
I did not.
He stole the bank, according to Ron's sources. He stole the bank, including part of Seb's Gringotts or whatever. So very amusing all around. Honestly, I think he's the GOAT. I think everyone should commend his nation. He's very based. It's very funny what he's done today and continues to provide. So he's the GOAT. Gringotts. Green goats.
Green goat.
So Luke, I saw in Ron a thing where Luke said he's trying to do damage control with all the major spears. Do you think they're still going to go through with an attack? Do you think people will attack them? What do you think is going to happen as a result of this?
Do I think they're going to get attacked? I have eaten a lovely edible tonight and I'm feeling very peace-loving. I'm sure reconciliation is always a path with Celestial. Wana has been very trustworthy so far, right?
Well, if that's someone's view, I don't really know.
I mean, I don't know why everybody would have a problem with a Mega Block stomping on all the mini spheres. That sounds like a great meta, right? Isn't that the fun part?
Isn't that
So there you go. Roberts, do you think that Hollywood is still together and that it's a fake split between them?
Oh, we're 100% split. It's actually really amusing to get gaslit into being told you still have secret treaties. It's very funny. Yes, Kiwi. Our 0.01% is actually a secret network of treaties with all top 20 alliances coming for Celestial, including Rose, Civil War.
Okay, well, folks, does anybody else want to come on and talk about the leaks? The floor is open to any other speakers. I see Spanky there. He's interested in coming on. How can I get him to come on? I invite you to speak, Spanky. You might have to accept it. I seem unable to. There we go. Spanky, what's up?
Not shit, just doing the thing. Having a blast.
Can you share how you got your hand on the second wave of leaks that just got uploaded?
Here, let me walk away from my brother real quick. So essentially, this is gonna come as a shock to all of you guys. But you remember that time, Roberts, where you were like, "Oh, some random nobody just leaked on everything"? Yeah, you just saw months of work at fucking play, man. Sorry. He's been my spy for a bit.
So, Spanky, what do you think is going to happen with Celestial now? Do you think they're going to go through with the attacks, or do you think
Oh,
this is
fuck
stopping
no.
from
They're
happening?
gonna push out immediately. Are you kidding me? They're over there whining about needing to do damage control and everything else. It's adorable. They fucked up. It's a rat.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think they want to do anything now. I think that these leaks has squashed the potential from going on the offensive, at least right now. I mean, who knows in a couple months, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, the whole reason why they wanted to do it was to stop name withheld and GGO ROI. So they get the ROI, then it doesn't really matter as much.
Yeah, I think their plan was to hit before ROI happened, but oh well. The leaks won't get any better either. They're just going to keep getting progressively worse. You boys have this.
You got your best agents on it?
I do. The best of the best. Have yet to be found.
Spanky, Spanky. Mayor asks, why you hate Rose so much?
Rose, in all of my dealings with them, in any type of official capacity, have been pretentious dicks. Quite frankly, I have no love towards their pompous attitudes and their huge beliefs and self-righteousness that they hold. I'm not a fan of it. And so, I just feel as though the need to check their ego a little bit. And until they apologize for being pompous dicks, I'm going to continue leaking on them. And, it's just going to be that. They can either quit being dicks and apologize for their behavior, or they could catch these leaks.
Damn. Well, Celestial, Celestial's a good target right now because they're they're the biggest block. They're the least vulnerable of everyone. They're the most richest, the most powerful, the most numerous. Yeah, they're an easy target. All right. Well, guys, I think that's kind of it. I want to do one more call. Does anybody want to come on and speak that hasn't already? Because I think we're pretty much done. I don't think there's much else to cover. The leaks happened. The leaks happening in the first place is wild. I didn't say this when I was first going over the facts, but Jon Snow, Poseidon, he is a guy who's hopped on lots of alliances lately. Like I said, Hand of Fate, we were slotting him not that long ago, and he's been bouncing on ever since. How a guy like that could get into Celestial Upper Gov chat, that is really bad OPSEC. There you go. That's the argument why you Celestians need to split up, because you're too big. You let too many people into your chats, stuff's gonna get leaked. Gonna have to split up. It's for your own good. All right, so I think that's it. Lysander wants to speak real bad. Okay, Lysander. Where are you? So I can invite you. Where's your kitten profile picture? Well, there you are. Goodness gracious. Invite to speak. So I think you have to accept the invite. Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. I would like to comment just before I get into anything that this is a guy that has applied and been denied to Hand of Fate now after all of this. So that's a pretty solid denial of ever being part of relevance again. Jon Snow, or as I still remember him, Xander, from one of his first usernames, he never really seemed like nutty in the sense that he would go to this extent. But anyone that fully trusted him, particularly House Celestial, could trust someone like this after everything that has happened from digital dopamine, even way back when, to the whole Gold Crown Investment Services thing where he stole from them. Like, how does he get into that kind of stuff with even any sort of background check whatsoever? Now, Thalmor, you would know. I heard he was banned from the Hand of Fate server. Is that just baloney, or was that true?
It's true.
Well, see, I mean, you really have to earn that one. So, again, like he. Well, I don't entirely blame you either, Big Mac. I'm just saying it's not even Odyssey. I don't even blame anyone in Odyssey. Seb, you, nobody. How does Celestial not sit down and say, hey, we've got somebody now in charge of one of these alliances that has been part of a shitstorm for how long? And but there was none of that. There were zero background checks, zero anything. He was just given wide access. I did see, and I want to mention this because it is unfair to leave it out. You might have mentioned it when you were reading through the leaks, Thalmor, but he did mention that it has potential that his account was hacked in terms of, I don't know who remembers way back when a fellow by the name of Claus, I'm not going to pronounce the last part of it because I butchered it, but he actually got into Xander's Politics and War Nation because he had the credentials and all of that. I don't know if for some reason his Discord account was correlated and somehow Claus got in through that. I don't personally find that plausible. It doesn't fit what we've seen in terms of leaks and then the dribble down. And then as was mentioned, my account was hacked, so I stole 20 billion. If you were genuinely hacked, there are a number of steps you could have taken to bring it up with Rose or do this or anything other than, oh, well, you think it's me, so I'm going to go steal 20 billion and leave. That's just not the procedure for that kind of stuff. So to think that somehow a dude who has been known to be unstable, although not to this extent, since I would say half a year ago or more, gets into this kind of position just really shows anyone listening needs to really do their research on who they put into Gov, because this is absurd. Like if people like him can do it, I could probably do it. Codename V could do it. Anybody here could, within probably 2 to 3 months of effort, get themselves into a kind of position where they could steal 20 billion plus and entirely leak the celestial gov chats between leaders. And he didn't even do it yet. He didn't even do it in 2 to 3 months. The dude was in the alliance for a few weeks at most to get leader and get into Celeste. Like, I can't. That's all I have to say is I find this entire thing absurd.
Yeah, and like he has that history of messing with banks and stuff. So I got hacked defense, I don't find it really credible. So before we wrap up, I want to confirm one more time, and I made a community poll about it. If you guys want to go there and vote, you guys, the listeners, you do want to see Jon Snow / Sander / Poseidon put on trial for if he did the leaks or for whatever the prosecution wants to bring forth, right? You guys want to see another trial, and you guys want to see Poseidon or Jon Snow put on trial. Tomato wants to prosecute. Robert's already agreed to defend. So I think we already have the lawyers. I just need to know that you guys are interested in seeing it. I can get the jury. Type 1 in chat if you want to see a trial. Okay, thank you guys. I was asking you guys to let me know, and no one was saying anything. But if I tell you guys to type 1 in chat, that's a low effort. That's a low effort, low cost thing. So there we go. Tomato can't be lead juror. You want to be the prosecutor, fuckhead. You can't be the jury foreman and the prosecutor. Kiwi said we vote in community polls like we were asked, right? Yeah, but a static poll is different from a live one. All right, good enough for me. So I'm going to start setting that up, and I think we could do the trial next Saturday. So there we go. I think we're done. Any final angles of this you guys want me to touch on, or are we done? Because I think we're done.
Well, Thalmor, you should definitely cover the fact that he said the 20 billion he took was just his savings, and that he has another 14 billion still saved for a total of $34 billion.
Yeah, I don't see how a City 32 guy gets 30 billion without, like, he's either lying or he's done some shady shit. Even if he spends, how much money is 20 credits? Because he seems to redeem the maximum number of credits every month. No, I mean, like, if he was to buy 20 credits, like pay actual money, how much is that? Yeah, so if he's redeemed 20 credits a month since he started playing, he has probably spent over $1,000 on this game, which is pretty wild. But yeah, if he actually has 30 billion, he's either lying and he doesn't have that, or he stole a lot of it. Those are the only explanations. All right, we're done. Kills Bob, thank you for recording. Play a theme, and then end the recording when the theme is done. Let's get out of here.
Thalmor Radio. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thalmor Radio. Yeah, he's coming at you from the top. Oh no, no, he won't stop. Thalmor Radio. Ooh.
Good night.